Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a sewer tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 5625 North Greeley Avenue here in Portland, Oregon. We're located in the basement where there's a 4-inch cast iron cleanout up against the front foundation wall. There's the stairs right behind me here. This will be the point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have water running. Here we go. And if I can, on this one video I'm going to do, there's also a unit at the rear, it's a building, and we'll try and scope that one as well on the same video segment. Here we go. Okay, transitions here at 5 feet out to, looks like 6-inch concrete pipe. And just beyond that here, you can see that this joint is in pretty rough shape. It's either separated or a combination of separating and breaking. Good thing is everything's flowing past there relatively well. It's just that joints like that can allow water to seep out in some circumstances, as well as roots can come through those. Okay, I'm going to stop right here, only about, we'll call it at 40, actually it'll be about 39 feet from the point of access is where the main lateral connection is. I'm going to stop here, however, because of how damaged this concrete pipe is ahead. I don't want to get my camera head stuck in those. I'm also going to get the water shut off of the line drain out. Alright, line is now drained out completely, and so you can see here is a little bit clearer picture. There's 2 or 3 very large holes in the pipe here. It is in very rough shape. They could be rat tunnels. I would recommend highly a repair here. Because this is out in the street, I'll check to see which county we're in. This is very likely a city responsibility here, but I'll double check and see where the line is exactly at this point. Overall, the concrete is in rough shape. You can see the amount of aggregate rock showing through. The good news is the line still has grade throughout. It drains out quite nicely, especially for how rough shape this line is in. I do recommend highly that in the near future here, the concrete section be sleeved so that it can be updated. It's a sleeving process that generally requires no digging whatsoever. That will line the old pipe and seal out any roots, as well as halt any deterioration of the line. It will function very nicely for many, many years to come. So I would highly recommend the sleeve be done here. If that, for whatever reason, can't be done, I would recommend sometime in the near future updating the concrete section. But I think a sleeve will be a good option here. Okay, I did try to locate the camera head here. There's overhead power lines and a bunch of cars parked on the street right where I'm locating at. I was able to pick up a signal, but the locator's kind of unable to discern between the power lines and the camera head, so I'm getting kind of a mixed signal there. The line does go out the front. It's only 38 feet long, so it's probably just about 5 feet or so beyond the curb, maybe a little bit further than that. And I do recommend submitting the video to the city so they're aware of the condition of the line. And then I recommend at some point here in the near future getting a sleeve done to update the line so that the pipe doesn't just fall apart on you and cause major problems. But again, currently the line is still functioning relatively well, especially for the conditions it's in. There's almost no debris in the line, so it's going to work here for a little while, but it's very important the line get updated. I'm going to go ahead and keep rolling back the camera. I don't know exactly how much of the pipe is on property and how much it isn't. The city would be able to tell you that based on records and stuff. Locating here is kind of tricky. Hopefully no digging is necessary and a sleeve can just be done. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause the camera here and move the setup over to the building to the rear of the main house. And I'm going to try scoping for a clean out behind the sink in the bathroom area. Okay, we're here at the building behind the house. Again, we're going through it's like a 1.5 inch ABS clean out behind the sink in the bathroom area. I'm going to zero out the camera right here. We do have water running, but it's from a sink further back in the building. Okay, we just tied on to the cast. I'm actually going to zero out the camera here as this is the main line. And my assumption here is it's probably 3-inch cast iron. It's cast iron, I just don't know exactly what diameter. I'm going based on the cleanouts I've seen so far. We're about 20 feet in, but I'm zeroing the camera out here. Okay, unfortunately here at 25 feet, this is as far as I'm going to be able to get to from this point of access. And again, this is zeroed out the cast iron really about 45 feet out, something like that. And the problem is it's gone through a bunch of twists and turns and it's just hit a T connection here. And the camera just won't go past this bend. It's a non-directional T, so just getting pinched. I'm going to locate it, the camera head, and see where we're at. Alrighty, I did attempt to locate the camera head here. I was able to pick up a camera signal on the outside of the main house. If you're looking at the front of the house from the street, it would be at the left side of the home. And I was picking the signal up half inside and half outside. And based on what I've seen inside the main home, there's a pipe that comes right through the rear foundation wall. And I believe that this line, based on the locates, ties onto the main house here. And with as much as I've pushed out, about 45, 50 feet, it's very, very likely that is what happens here. The line is now all drained out as well, and we'll go ahead and start pulling back. What I think we're at right here is where it hooks possibly onto the main stack inside the home. There's a line. It's what I assumed was going on in the first place. There's a line that looks like it comes right from the building here that I'm in, right through the back of the house, and hooks onto the main stack inside the home. And in a couple places here throughout the cast iron, we do have some grade loss where we've got standing water like in this spot here. The good thing is, though, I don't see very much debris whatsoever. So as long as things like paper towels and even flushable wipes, grease, and big wads of toilet paper, as long as things like that don't go down the line, it looks like everything's clearing past that belly just fine. It's just the stuff that you know you should avoid should definitely not go down the sewer line when you have any standing water in it. So for the most part, this line from the rear building to where it connects onto the main house, that's what it looks like. It's functioning pretty darn well. All the lines together are functioning. It's just that concrete part of the main home needs to be updated here in the near future. Overall, the lines are functioning at this time. And that's apart from the repairs that I've already recommended.